Hello and welcome to another PlanetDestiny video. Again, before we start, I should let you guys know that as of this recording, I am still at Bungie, so I don't have my normal studio setup. Anyway, today I'm going to show you the footage from my Shield Brothers Strike playthrough. Dichronic and Datto were on my team, with Dichronic as a Stormcaller, Datto as a Sunbreaker, and myself as a Night Stalker. Overall, the strike was pretty simple, until you got to the end boss, but more on that a little bit later. We loaded in and messed with our loadout some, and the Omelon Scout Rifle I had was really fun to use. It had a satisfying punchy sound and did a great amount of damage for its rate of fire. As we made our way into the new encounter, I messed with some of the new things that Night Stalker subclass had, the first being Shade Step. It has similar properties to Blink in that there's a cooldown on using it. You double tap crouch to do the dash, and you can only go in lateral directions, so forward, backward, side to side.
I have tracking on the Bond brothers. They're the ones leading the assault on the power core. Marking the coordinates now.
Next up, I use the new Vanish and Smoke talent. You can throw the smoke bomb, and if your allies are close to its explosion, you will go invisible for a short time. It was really nice for getting out of sticky situations, but later on it proved to be invaluable when your friend across the room was trying to res a fallen teammate and there were plenty of enemies around to kill them. Simply toss a smoke bomb over at him right when the res goes off, and then both of them can make a clean escape. Finally, I tested out the Void Bow while using the Quiver talent. I forgo the ability to have one shot and a greater tether radius to have 3 shots with the Void Bow. It worked well for helping me take out scattered mobs, but for group play I think Quiver was kind of a wasted talent. I kind of use it just to get used to using the super overall and test the accuracy. It was fun, but I'll probably spec for the increased radius and duration, and then go for Keeper of the Pack or Light so I can help out my fire team.
Tank? Why would you bring a tank to space?
Anyway, we clear through the remaining Cabal and encounter a Goliath tank in an indoor area. It's a pretty hectic fight as Cabal are just pouring out of the woodwork at all times. I also discovered that there's a mechanic to try and keep you inside the room. On the top level, as you enter, there's some flame jets that put a stacking flame dot on you. If you let it build to any more than 3, then you're going to die. No questions. So stay in the fight area or else you'll probably die trying to escape.
That went well. Let's head to the bridge. See if we can reacquire the brothers.
I can't tell you the number of scouts I've lost to these brothers on Mars. They need to be stopped. Go careful.
The fight went pretty much as expected. The Goliath tank went down really easily, and we continued on further into the strike.
Taken and Cabal fighting for the bridge. Wherever the brothers are, they aren't here. Let's keep moving. Guardian down.
So, the Bond brothers may not even know the Primus was taken. This whole thing could be a power play to get their dead commander back. That's the hold the Empire gets on these soldiers, Guardian. Loyalty beyond death.
Something's wrong with this picture. You get 3 guesses. There are munitions hooked up to each structural weakness on the core.
Oh, the brothers are here! Take them out!
We knew we made it into the final encounter when we noticed we were in a giant chamber with a lot of doors. The first shield brother popped out and he aggressively attacked my fire team. I evaded and put in some damage on the boss while throwing invisible smoke bombs to my teammates as they were getting rezzed.
Guardian down.
A second brother appeared and you had to get close to him to deal damage since he had a telegraphed ranged mortar attack. Getting close to him would interrupt his attacks as he would try to move away. Again, after damage was done, he would disappear and we would deal with the adds. then, finally, both brothers came out at the same time with some new abilities. The first brother was now on fire, and whenever he landed at you after lunging, he left his fire in his wake, and it seemed like he was a little bit more aggressive. His melee would take you down to about 10% health, so if you weren't full, you would definitely die. The other brother would have his shield up while shooting his mortars, so we just kind of avoided him and didn't go near him. Once the Fire Brother died, the other gained the Fallen Brother's abilities, and all while this is happening, there were also ads coming out. We discovered that the Sunbreaker ability, Melting Point, made the encounter a lot easier. If the Titan landed a fully charged melee on a target, then that enemy would take increased critical damage, and every hit was a critical. We coordinated our supers for one massive damage dump into the bosses when they could take increased damage, and we were able to make some pretty short work of them. Keep in mind we were going through this level 36 strike as level 40, so we were quite over-leveled for it. If this strike is a sign of things to come from the other new strikes, then I'm going to be very pleased. The end boss encounters took coordination and had a good challenge level to them. They even added a little bit more story into it, with the ghosts piping up a little bit more and telling you about what you're actually doing. This will be a very difficult strike to go through as a Nightfall, at least until someone finds a cheese for it. Hope you enjoyed the video, guys. This has been Patrick Casey with Planet Destiny, your guide to the Destiny universe.
They're finished.
I mostly keep doing this Vanguard thing for the perks and bragging rights, but I guess it's nice to keep the system from exploding too.